Hey everyone, I am happy to see you today on Read Through the Word. It is April 29th. We have one day left in our 4th month of studying the Word together, and I know I can speak wholeheartedly for our entire team. We are so happy that you are continuing to be with us every day. And if you have missed some days that you're popping back in, we're super excited about that. You know, our motto is that it's not about perfection, it's about persistence. And we want to gain as much traction as we can this go around, and hopefully next year you'll start again and excuse me, you'll miss less days. I think everyone on the team could wholeheartedly say there are days when we miss reading, and it just happens, but we want to stay in the Word as much as possible, and cultivate our established relationship with the Lord our God. And that's really just segueing into our lesson today, and that is from Psalm 63, verse 1. O God, you are my God. I earnestly seek for you. I've had many things in my life misplaced, and have earnestly sought them out. In fact, this just came to my mind. I was gifted by the Tyndale House Publishing one of the leather-like Bible, one-year chronological Bibles, just as an acknowledgement of the work that we do here on Read Through the Word. At the time, I was doing everything by myself. I'm so grateful that I have a team now that helps the ministry. But I remember, and y'all may remember this part of my life when I said I never went anywhere without my Bible. I always kept it on my front seat. And I have a car Bible, and my people know it. If my son ends up, sometimes he'll take my car with him on Sundays. It's better on gas, and his church is far away, and so just as a kindness to him, I'll say, "Well, take my car, but leave my church Bible out." They know, people know, my family knows I have a church Bible, but I remember this particular Bible. I had started the year with this Bible, and it had my name in it. They had written in it, and everything was very important to me. And for some reason, I misplaced that Bible. I just picked up one of my older copies and kept reading throughout the year. But I remember just pulling apart closets and boxes and cabinets and bookshelves, trying to find that Bible, and I could not find it. I was devastated, but I searched and searched, and then I would leave it alone thinking, okay, it's going to turn up, and it never did. And then I would start the search all over again, and I asked my people, have you seen it? Well, you read it every day. I said, no, that's not the one I'm looking for. But I remember earnestly searching for that Bible because it was very important to me because of the inscription in it, and had been gifted to me. And I remember finding it, and it amazed me at where it was. My vehicle at the time had 3 seats, and the back seat would fold down so you could put cargo, suitcases, groceries, whatever. And the Bible had gotten folded down in the seat. And I never thought to lift the seat to look at it. And it was in pristine condition when I finally found it. But I remember searching for that. I remember searching for car keys. I remember searching for my daughter's glasses over the years. She would set them down somewhere and couldn't find them. Or one of those little DS games that my kids played, and they would get stuck somewhere because they were so little, and they'd get lost, and not my kids, but the games would get stuck somewhere between the crack and a crevice of something. And I remember searching for things like that. I can only imagine what it would be like if I lost my wedding band or my mother's rings. I can't imagine what that would be like. And I sit and I think of the times that I looked for these things so desperately. And I'm challenged by verse 1 of chapter 63 or Psalm 63. Do I earnestly search for God like that? Do I wrestle with him until he gives me a new name like Jacob did? Do I pursue him even when I don't sense him? Do I sit down and spend time with him even if I don't hear from him? I love what G. Campbell Morgan said. 2 things are necessary for such a triumph as this. The verse 1. These are indicated in the opening words of the psalm. First, there must be the consciousness of a personal relationship. Oh God, thou art my God. And second, there must be earnest seeking after God. Early will I seek thee. Relationship, I loved this, must be established. Fellowship must be cultivated. Isn't that a wonderful statement, but also challenging statement? You know, we can't have intimate relationship with anyone that we don't spend time with, that we don't invest in by sharing intimacies with, deep thoughts, hurts, pains, joys, sorrows. That's how relationship is cultivated. Fellowship is cultivated. Has my relationship with God been established? Are you saved? Can you say, oh God, thou art my God? If so, how and when? When did that happen? Go back to go in your memory bank and remember the day that God saved you. And then, is my relationship being cultivated? How and when? How are you cultivating your relationship, your fellowship with the Lord? Is it just on Sundays? Is it maybe once a week with Read Through the Word? He gives 2 ways, earnestly and seeking. Early, and this is what Spurgeon said about early. I love this. The word early has not only the sense of early in the morning, but that of eagerness and immediateness. He who truly longs for God longs for him now. And then longingly, languisheth, pineth away, Matthew Poole says. The desire of my soul after thee is so vehement and insatiable that my body feels the effect of it, as it commonly doth of all great passions. Do I feel the longing, the languisheth, the pining of my heart for God? James Montgomery Boyce said this. These quotes were just too great not to include in all of the lesson today. Most people don't even know that God is their soul's truly desire. They are seeking satisfaction in other things. And everything that we seek will disappoint us until we are truly satisfied with God. And then those things that we thought we wanted, we will not want anymore. Or God will give us a version of that that is acceptable and pleasing in His sight, that we could use for His glory and the growth of His kingdom. I put a link to Enduring Word there. There's some really good commentary. I would love for you to dig deep into this today. But then I also put Psalm 63. I included it here in our notes today in the Living Bible translation, TBL. You know, well, did I say that right? Yes. The Living Bible, TLB, sorry, TLB. Didn't sound right. That is the Bible that I fell in love with, hearing from God through the Psalms, and then fell in love with truly studying it in the chronological Bible. But I had my Living Bible, my green padded Bible, padded cover Bible, and loved reading the Psalms. And I just wanted to include this one today. And I want to encourage you to read it out loud. Let those words sink into your heart. Let them challenge your cultivating today. Take care. We'll see you next time on Read Through the Word.